Welcome to FCPS All-Stars. Our guest for today is Mark Lastova, Tech Ed teacher at Linganore High School. Welcome to the show today.
Thank you for having me.
So glad to have you. Is it true that you have been teaching at Linganore High School longer than the building has been standing in its present spot?
Yes, I have been.
How many years have you been teaching?
I've been teaching this is my 27th year.
Wow.
Yeah.
And has it only been at Linganore High School?
And it's only been at Linganore High School, yeah.
Only?
Only at Linganore High School.
You've never wanted to teach anywhere else?
Well, when we were at Oakdale High School for 2 years during the transition of the new one, but otherwise, no, it's always been at Linganore, and no, I've really enjoyed it there.
Are you and your wife from Maryland?
I'm from Maryland originally. My wife is from Wisconsin, Milwaukee.
She is?
Yeah.
I'm from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Is she a cheesehead?
She's a cheesehead.
Wow, that is really, I like her already.
There we go. There we go.
The world seems to be getting smaller.
Yeah.
And cheesier. What's your wife's name?
Jennifer.
And do you all have any children?
We have two. I have a son, Scott, who's 19, and a daughter, Catherine, that's 16.
And what do you like to do in your spare time?
My big thing, I guess, is coaching. I do a lot of for soccer. I coach for a travel team for SAC Association. It's in Columbia. Mm-hmm. And I like to go hiking at the national parks. And of course, I kind of am an amateur at photography now, getting into taking pictures of my kids when they play soccer.
Now, what brought you to Frederick County Public Schools?
Well, I went to University of Maryland in College Park, and I kind of was originally thinking about being an architect, so I was taking courses on that, and then the job market for architecture at that time wasn't so hot, so then I thought, oh, well, maybe I'll lean towards education. And Lynn Carr was the principal at Linganore at the time. I guess he came down, there was a job fair, and so he interviewed me and invited me to come up and see the school, and he also needed a soccer coach. And so,
bonus.
Yeah, bonus, so I got 2 for 1. And so I went there, and I liked what I saw, and I thought maybe I'd do that for 2 or 3 years, and 27 years later, I'm still teaching.
Wow. So, did you know that you wanted to be a teacher, or this was
No,
just
I didn't. It was more of, I was at school, I was kind of making a transition when I was at Maryland, and I wasn't sure what I wanted to do, and I thought this would be like I said, a 2 to 5 year check and see what I want to do later. And something clicked, and I just enjoyed teaching what I knew to the students. And then, the program comes along. What I was teaching was architecture and technical drawing. And then a new program came up. Right, 2004 is where we came in, was introduced, academy was called Project Lead the Way.
Okay.
And that really is what has kept me into teaching.
What exactly is Project Lead the Way? I see you have on the snappy
got my
PLTW shirt on,
yeah,
representing
yeah.
the University of Maryland colors, but
Well, Linganore colors. Linganore colors, there we go. Project Lead the Way is a pre-engineering program. It's to get students, obviously it's geared towards maybe the engineering field, but it really is geared for students to get them ready for getting into college and staying into college so they're ready for the job market. So to teach them, there's 5 courses that the students take. The first one is called Introduction to Engineer Design.
Okay.
And the kids, it's a state tech ed credit that they would have to need for graduation. All the courses are honors, and they're national courses. It's a national program.
Wow.
And they can get college credit at the end of each one. They take a test at the end, just like if it was an AP class.
Wow.
And they can get credit towards that. And then there's, so that's their freshman year, and then they can take the other ones that would be Principles of Engineering Design, Digital Electronics. Now there is another school that teaches this at Linganore and Walkersville. And then the schools have a specialty. Our school at Linganore is Civil Engineering and Architecture, my background. And then at Walkersville, they have aerospace engineering as their specialty. And then the last course is called Engineer Development and Design.
What do you think this type of program means to your students?
I've got students that are being accepted to most of the colleges that they want to get into. And I have students writing me back, because I always like to know, what we're teaching, is it helping you? Did it help you your first year? And I've gotten numerous letters of kids that have gone through the program, writing me back, and not just engineering, going into business, going into computer science, whatever major field that they're going into, and they're saying they're still using what they learned in Project Lead the Way, learning those organization skills, learning those problem-solving skills. It's
hands-on.
kind of hands-on, using math skills, using their English skills. It's STEM all through.
And it's right in line with our PARC assessments, getting your kids ready for college and career.
Right, making them think.
Making them think. Well, it has to make you think too, because if you came in as an architecture teacher, what did you do to prepare yourself to teach this kind of a class?
So, in order to be a Project Lead the Way teacher, you have to actually take the course yourself. So you take it during the summer, and you're given 2 weeks to go through the entire curriculum.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
No pressure.
No pressure. And so you have to, whatever course that you're going to teach, it's 2 weeks, and you go to a college. UMBC is where I took mine. They offer different all over the United States. And it's from 8 to 5, Monday through Friday.
In the summer.
In the summer, and homework. And starting in 2008, I actually applied to become a master teacher for Project Lead the Way.
Okay.
So now I, during the summer, teach the teachers when they come to these summer trainings.
So you teach the students and you teach the teachers.
Yeah, I do.
That's amazing. What do you enjoy most about being a teacher?
Knowing that my students are grasping an idea, or knowing that they feel confident and proud of what they've accomplished. And I love hearing back, from students, whether it's in the next semester, hey, Mr. Lastova, they see me in the hallway, I really enjoyed your class. Knowing that, hey, what I really like is knowing that it helped them in another class. I'm using what you taught us, and I'm using it now. And of course, the letters coming back from students that come by, alumni that come back and tell me, engineers or architects or whatever they are, or even just students out of college, and tell me that, what I taught them worked. And that's what I love to hear.
That's great. And it's great that what you're teaching goes across disciplines. They can use it in other classes and other aspects in life.
Right.
So that is wonderful. Well, Mark, thank you so much for joining me today on FCPS All-Stars.
Thank you for having me.
And thank you as well. Don't forget to watch us next week when we have another fantastic episode. And in the meantime, shine on.